Welcome, Fizz Nation. What's going on? This is your boys from the Inside Leverage crew.
What
Wally,
up, though?
what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, we here, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Buffalo week.
Yes, sir.
Buffalo week.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow, 7 p.m., Buffalo versus the Dolphins, man, is going down. But make sure first you sign up for prizepicks.com, the official fantasy partner of 5 Reasons Sports. Man, it's legal in the state of Florida now. So sign up with the code 5 and make your first $5 play, and Prize Picks will give you $50 more to play with no strings attached. So, peep game. Remember to use 5. That's FIVE. You get $50 more to play with no string attached. 5 Prize Picks, man. Come on now. Y'all know what to do. Get your lineup ready, man. Get your lineup ready, man. You know the Dolphins for the win. You know what I'm saying? Wally. So let's start.
I hope the Buffalo Bills are starting as bad as my internet connection right now because I'm lagging. So I hope this is a sign of good things.
Hey, listen, that is the hope.
No idea why I'm lagging, but yeah, man. How do you feel about the injury report, man?
Yeah, man. So I think I feel good about it, man. We have Achain listed as questionable. He practiced today. Looks like he practiced in a limited position, but there was a bunch of reports saying that he was moving well. He's not in the red jersey. Seems like he's okay. So I'm expecting him, Jalen Wright, and Jeff Wilson to both all be out there ready to go to run this ball. So it looks like Malik Washington and Raheem Mostert are out for this game. So that's unfortunate. Liam Eichenberg was a full practice. Jalen Phillips was limited. Ramsey, a full practice. And then David Long and Elijah Campbell. Looks like Elijah was limited and he's questionable for the game, but I think he might play. But David Long is ready to go.
Hey, that Elijah Campbell injury is not something that just, you know what I mean? Because he could be a key player for his team, specifically this game. They have Dalton, they have Knox and Kincaid. So that means you need a safety to that's able to cover, because I don't think you want to ask that of Jordan Poyer. You want Jordan Poyer to do that. You know, I'm not saying he's limited. I think Jordan Poyer still has a lot in his tank, but you got to use a veteran like him to his veteran savvy and not overuse him. So a guy like like Elijah Campbell has a lot of value in his team. A guy like Marcus May has another value because he's a free safety. So it gives you you play matchup and you don't have to travel. So I'm a little bit I'm gonna keep my eye on that injury of Elijah Campbell because he's also a special team guys, and our special team last year, our great punt, touchdown. So I'm gonna gauge that injury.
Yeah, man. Looks like an Achilles. He practiced full Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday popped up as a limited. So questionable to the game. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, and looks like hopefully he'll be ready to go. On the Bills side, looks like Josh Allen, of course, has a left hand injury. He's full to go. Teron Johnson is out. Dewan Smoot is also out, and Javon Solomon looks like he's likely to be out. He's a doubtful for the game. So those are your guys who are more than likely won't be playing the game. You have your limited practice and Ty Johnson, and of course Solomon, and then you have your full participant Mitch Trubisky, Quentin Morris, those guys, and of course Josh Allen were full participants, so they look like they're all ready to go. Listen, Wally, week 2, divisional round. This is what we asking for again. Another opportunity to make a statement in the NFL, specifically in the AFC East. From what you heard, from what you studied, film room, what is your overall thoughts on the game coming up tomorrow?
I feel like we're the better team. I feel we've been the better team for the past 2 years. The results haven't shown that. But I feel like we've had the better roster. We've had the better playmakers. We have the better quarterback, believe it or not. Josh Allen. Look, Josh Allen is 101, so is Tua. But I feel like this is finally the team that could beat them, and not just beat them once, but sweep them and earn supremacy. And I think it's about time you beat the crap out of these guys, man. Like yeah, 21, 24. I mean that sounds cute, and I mean, but I would the Bills haven't lost by more than 10 points in like 23 games or 40 something, some crazy outrageous stat. And why not? Why not beat the crap out of them? They beat the crap out of us. They always slack us. It's not as a close game, but that's when the teams were at a peak. I think we have a better roster. We have the better coaches, and it's time to put it to play. It's time to get the results out of having a better team because, and realistically, we're 1-8 against these guys. It's been true dominance from them. It's like a practice for them. Even it don't matter who we got. It don't matter what we do. Our roster could be one of the best rosters on Madden. Our players, we can have the best player in the NFL according to the guys, but we just don't win. So we got to beat these guys.
Yeah, man, and I feel the same. Listen, we've been at their shadows for a while now. It's been too long. And that's what happens when you have stability in your franchise. You have a quarterback, you have a coach, a winning coach who's been successful. And you can see based on their resume, their history, they've done that. They've gotten all the way to the AFC championships. They've been AFC East champions for a while now. Even last year, when we thought that we had the advantage to get that title, they came back and gave themselves a chance, and they end up winning the damn thing. So this is going to be a statement this year. For me, they don't look the same like they were before, but they're still a threat that we need to eliminate or set an example as we get it through this season. So it's important for us to take advantage of what we can take advantage, and when the opportunity strikes, strike. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be very important for us to be physical and to go out there and put your all out there to win this game. Um, what are your key game matchups that you have coming up for this game?
I want to see if the Dolphins tackle Josh Allen. Like for real. Like every time the only one that really tackled him was Christian Wilkins, and Christian Wilkins wasn't effective against him. He had that one play in 4 years. He had one play against the Bills, and everything else was just antics and stuff like that. That if you may hit the sportsmanship and stuff like that. So I want to see our tackling. That's a matchup for me. Our tackling against if we're physical. If everybody brings the physical attack to Josh Allen that makes him feel comfortable when he runs the ball, he's gonna get hit. I want to see that. That's one of my key matchups. Do we match their physicalness? Do we make them think every time they run the ball? Because I feel like these guys, there's no fear in them. And in a full contact sport, when you're playing against other like maniacs, because it's a gladiator sport, for you not to fear that guy coming across the line full speed, nah, bro. I seen y'all boys that had that low light of Kader Cole who just ducking. He was ducking. Duke Riley ducking. Like it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, bro. Sure, I'm a guy on the couch. I'm just a jag. I'm a jag. That's fine. But as a guy that wants to see good football, that's embarrassing. Bro, no, there's no they play football with no dignity. That you don't want to tackle somebody because if you're a defender, that's your job. So I don't think our players have taken pride in their craft. Maybe it sounds a little bit harsh coming from a guy that's not an athlete, but from a fan perspective, why do you put 70 on Buffalo? Why do you tackle everybody else hard? But when it comes to, on the Broncos, but when it comes to tackling Josh Allen, you forget to do that. Like even our play calling, it's like watching a water boy when the water boy guy was across the other sideline. He would just it was just man control. It's insane. That's what Sean McDermott has done to Mike, and it's how.
Yeah, man. In terms of Josh Allen, man, it's interesting with that because we were at a space this morning. Shout out to the litter box, and one of the Bills, the fan base, he was mentioning about to focus too much on Josh Allen could be a mistake. So I'm thinking about that. Why? Why is that? Why is that
Yeah,
a mistake?
you gotta cut out the head off the snake though. That's the guy driving the car
Exactly.
though. You trying to play me?
Exactly.
Nah, I'm a
And,
not. I'm nah.
and you know what's interesting about that, because especially and we're using the analogy, the snake knows how to spread the ball, knows when to take the underneath, has improved in that aspect, but still has the ability to run, still has the ability to throw the ball deep if he needs to.
My
He has
God,
added
man.
more arsenal to his repertoire to be the best quarterback for the Bills. You have to put focus on him. You have to frustrate him. You have to get him before he ends up reading his first to fourth, third, fourth read. He is what we need to do. Of course, we got to stop the run. Of course, we got to win at the point of attack. Of course, we got to win our matchups overall. But defensively, the focus is to disrupt Josh Allen and make sure he does not do what he needs to do. And I think that's important for us. So
It's like Kobe said in the space, man. You gotta hit him. You gotta make him feel like homie was saying to blitz him. I'm not with all the blitzing and all of that. I don't want to play that zero real blitz type defense. But you gotta make him feel comfortable. You gotta like. It's funny the when we were playing the Raiders, they were talking about Max Crosby. Every time Max Crosby, he'll come and tap you, let you know he's here, like that type of thing. Be a nuance to him. And I think if you do that, even if this game, I'm comfortable with getting a couple rough in the passer, like rough in the passer penalties. I'm comfortable with that, but they have to be like legit. None of these like all right, we ran a blitz and he almost bam, damn. Yeah, bro. That let me get a real penalty for real. That's what we doing. That's what we about. Yeah, yeah. Because I want you to change the narrative that we saw. So you have to. You have to. If Josh Allen is feeling comfortable, no matter if they're down 17, he believes he could bring them back. So you got to take that belief away from them. Hey, nah, bro, not today. These ain't last year Dolphins. So when the quarterback's worried about everything, and he over here watching spots, nobody gonna follow that. So you got to take out
facts,
the leader. You got to make the leader uncomfortable. Because what did it
facts.
say with us? Make two uncomfortable. Why can't it? What and when they make two uncomfortable, it doesn't really work because we don't win. So why would it be different for Josh Allen? He's a quarterback. That's
Well,
what they do.
well, the new narrative is to get him off his first read and hold the ball, and we've seen that a couple times this past game. And what happened?
That's
Big gains and touchdowns.
80, 64. I mean, you could
If
try it.
that's what we want to do, that's
You could try
perfectly fine. If we can sustain blocks for more than 2.1 seconds
it.
and give him the time to scan and survey the field to be able to hold the ball longer, and he finds his man, that's fine with me too. I'm good with that. Just don't complain when the big gains happen and you're looking confused like what just happened here. So the narrative continues, man. Hey, listen, I feel like the key to the offense to stop, in my opinion, and I talked about this on Twitter, is Shakir. That wide receiver. Kincaid is a threat. Keon seems to be a guy that they like as a rookie who can catch them 50-50 ball, has the
That's the
range.
interception when it happened. Every time I throw that man that ball.
Hey, listen. They love the guy. See, he made some plays. He made some plays this past game, and he's an option as a threat. Uh Knox is a guy tight end, another threat duo with Kincaid that's been effective for the offense. But I feel like Shakir is a guy to watch for because his yards after catch, it can be frustrating. He lines up everywhere. He lines up in the boundary, he lines up in the slot, and he could take advantage in the slot. So I think with him, Cater, if he's covering him, is going to be key to stopping him and minimizing his receptions. I don't know what you think is the key to stopping on that offense for the Bills. Yo, what's going on, brother?
Yo, I mean, if we're talking about keys to stopping the Bills, it has to be a full team effort, dog. Like everybody has to bring their lunch money, dog.
Yeah.
You can't have that's why you got to match the intensity man to man, and it has to be complementary football. We were in the same space, and they wanted to talk analytics and all these nonsense, and that's cute, bro. Shout out to ESPN, Sports Track, and all that nonsense. Cool story, but at the end of the day, you got to beat that man in front of you, or do your job. If your job is to go left, go left. Don't try to go right to beat that man to be the man. Just do your job. So I think you got to stay in your keys and beat them boys at what you're supposed to do. Play your man. Match his intensity. I think we've never matched Buffalo's intensity. Not once. Only that one time here. And that game was in a balance. If Josh Allen makes a quarterback throw, we're 0-9 against the Bills. So I don't want that. I don't want to win a game. It's in the final drive. Yes, most football games are one possession and stuff like that. But I think we got to beat them boys by a touchdown, by 10. I want to be in victory formation, cuz like I want to do that. I want to see them boys look at Tua like on victory formation. We need to get that, man. As a Dolphin fan, you want to see that. How them boys looking stupid in the sideline. We need that. So we need Jordan Brooks, David Long, Jalen Phillips, Deshaun Hand, everybody from A to Z, man. Even the guidance, the consistent stance. Do your job. That's what we need. That's what I need to see.
Yeah, man. Win regardless. Chad, I'll ask you as well. Your key offense on the Bill side that you feel can pose a problem. We can let's leave the Josh Allen because clearly he's a guy that we need to stop as a number one priority. But there any other player in your opinion that you feel if we minimize that can really help our defense?
Uh, I think it would be between Kincaid or Khalil Shakir. Probably the two guys who probably gonna have the biggest impact on offense. Regardless if they have the ball or not, I think that they're going to be guys who are going to be involved one way or the other, whether it's, being, taking up a certain amount of guys in coverage or having, you know, different things that could just come into play with those guys. Like with the Kincaid, is he gonna a safety and a linebacker, or are you gonna just one-on-one with him? You know what I mean? With the Khalil Shakir, he's a guy who once he gets the football, he's gonna bounce off a few bodies and he's gonna try to make something happen if he can. You know what I mean? So like these are guys who you know are gonna have an impact one way or the other. We all know with Matt Collins and with these other guys, probably, be able to bring Keon Coleman. We know who knows to expect where. So for me, I would say it starts with keeping Kincaid and Khalil Shakir in check.
For sure. I actually, yeah, Shakir was the guy that I felt was a priority that can kind of really frustrate our team if we don't, especially on that slot position, because they said that he can be on the boundary. And I'm not too worried about our boundary corners. Even Fuller can even line up in that slot position if need to be. But I feel like Shakir is a guy that can really frustrate us with third down conversions and yards after catch. If we don't contain him. But I do agree, Kincaid, even Dawson Knox is a guy that we have to minimize and limit their reception. So we'll see how that goes, man. Offensively, for us, I think for me, looking at the film, and I know it's early, it's only one game, but I think we have to take advantage of running the ball more often than anything and continue to run the ball. So, I mean, what is your opinion, Chad, on the key for the offense to be successful against the Bills defense?
I would say limiting mistakes. whether it be in execution of the actual play, pre-snap, holdings, and everything in between, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? All the execution, get into the huddle, getting to the play on time. You know, all those little things that can kind of stun a drive. You know what I mean? When you got something going, things that can kind of get you behind the eight ball and put extra pressure on you. You know, you have a big play downfield and it comes back because of a holding
Drive killers,
or whatever. You know what I mean? Those drive killers. So, to me, I think that's going to be the key. Not limiting those turnovers and those mistakes overall. I think just not beating ourselves. I think is for me the key for us on offense.
I want to ask you like a question because I was having this we were having this conversation early in these spaces, and we keep going back to that because that's what we had conversations with fellow Bill fans and stuff like that. So it's what it is. But they made a case where they were saying that it doesn't matter if we turn Josh Allen over if you create turnovers. It doesn't matter. And if we look at the statistics, we've created turnovers. But as to alluding to Chad's point, we beat ourselves. We don't capitalize on these drives. You don't put sevens, you put threes. And sometimes you don't put up threes. You just actually just take the ball away from possession and turn over on downs. We don't capitalize on the Bills, dog. We've never done that. And it's upsetting because we have the tools to do that. But I'll tell you one thing. What gave me what made me feel really strong and comfortable was that touchdown, showed y'all this touchdown with Achon, where we threw a little screenplay, and then what did we go to? Let's go to the run. They know it's second down. That was a running down. Everybody knew it was a running down because you at least want to get closer to make it an easier play for third down. Or even if you're going to be a fourth down territory because you had gone for it. And Mike showed up, man. Hey, listen, touchdown, Achon, run the ball. So I think we have to show I'm looking for we gotta the commitment to the running game when it's giving you 3 to 4 yards a pop. Sir, 3 times 4 is 12. That's a first down and some change. So why not make it easier? Why not run the ball 6 times and then throw a pass? Why can't we do that? If it's being successful, run the ball. Make them tired, bro. Make them be out there. The Jacksonville, we had 86 rushing yards against Jacksonville. But in that last drive, we gashed them up. You know why? Because we stayed committed to the run, and those guys are tired. And it worked out. That's what I want to see. It doesn't have to be result-based. It doesn't have to always win, but have it in the back of their head. So, oh man, they still in the ball and they're getting 2-3 yards a clip, and then that guy's tired, and that's 2 yards becomes 13 yards, and that's how you win these games, bro. They do it to us. James Cook did that to us, literally to us. So that's what I want to see.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a very, very, very physical game, and we gotta impose our physicality. We gotta dictate the tempo, the momentum, the standard. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be very interesting. Guys, give me overall 3 keys to the game that you want to see for this team to get a victory.
We already for me, I touched on the turnovers and limiting mistakes. So I would go with just don't beat yourself. 2, I would say when Josh Allen becomes that running threat, and when he's trying to make plays and things happen, make a play. Like, we got to make a play. Got to put a body on him or whatever. Hit him. Make him feel that even if he does have some success, make him think twice about just running around. And he has to have that in the back of his mind. If he feel like he can just do whatever, he's gonna feel like he owns the field. And then at that point, you don't have a good chance in beating. You got to make him respect you in those moments. And when he wants to do all that extra stuff and try to be that game changer that we know he can be, you got to make him pay for that. You know what I mean? And I would say 3, Tua has to be who we need him to be. And that's not necessarily the big gaudy numbers, but to be that guy who's distributing the football, getting rid of the ball quickly, making good decisions. You know what I mean? Getting the offense together. You know what I mean? Rallying the troops like you did. You know what I mean? To keep them boys in it from the beginning. You know what I mean? It's time because we can't afford to go down this week. So I think we just not just Tua. We need our leaders to be leaders. Let me not just put it on Tua. Our leaders need to be leaders in this game. We need that leadership to be what it was. You know what I mean? What we expected it to be coming into this season and that matchup last week. We talked about the Calaises, the Tyreeks, the Tuas. You know what I mean? The Ramseys. All like those guys step up, be the leaders that we know you can be. Because I think that's going to be important in a game like this.
To me, it's your mentality, your intensity, and overcoming. Because it's not going to be how you wrote it. So you're going to have to overcome a situation. Somebody's not going to be there. You might get called for something. You know, it's football isn't perfect. So overcome intensity, dude. Be the most intense and work with a purpose. If you're going to do a 5-yard, 5 and out, make it intense. Make that boy fear you, man. And the mentality that you're not gonna beat me today, bro. I won this game and I'm gonna win this game. You gotta take that mentality. This is our house. You gotta respect our house. Let's create a real home field advantage over here, bro. What else can we say, bro? They beat their ass, bro. For real. I'm tired of this, bro. I'm really tired, bro. I said so many words. I've said so much. It's been 1-8, bro. 1-8. I am so tired of this, bro. I'm beyond tired. I could go Stephen A. Smith, come up with big soliloquies of words, bro. They gotta win.
It's a frustration. Yeah, man. It is. Listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna be a little long-winded here. I'm gonna start on offense because I have 6, but 3 for offense and 3 for defense.
You're picking up a French's behalf.
Listen. I'm dividing, subtracting, and dividing for the defense and offense. So I'm gonna give you 3 for offense.
Is that algebra or geometry?
I don't know. We're gonna ask French when he gets here next time. Number 1 for offense. I need option 3 and option 4 to stand up. Receiving wise, Tyreek and Waddle are going to do the best that they can to get it done. And more than likely, they usually do. But in order for this offense to really take it to the next level and beat the Bills, we need option 3 and option 4 to be reliable, dependable, and doing their job. So that way the offense can open in its totality. Number 2, offensive line. The Fantastic Five. I need y'all to be physical. Whatever run game y'all practice, y'all gonna end up doing, set the tone. Be the dominant player. That goes for Liam. That goes for Brewer. That goes for Robert Jones. We know Armstead's going to get it done, and we know Austin Jackson is going to get it done. But I need the collective 5 to bring it in running and in passing. And number 3, Tua, take advantage of your opportunities. Be smart. Know when to dump it off and know when to make that shot. You know this offense. You've been here too long. You fight against this team, the Buffalo Bills, way too much, and you have not been successful. I need you to take it to the next step. You know what to do. And I know everybody else got to do their job, but I know that when you have the opportunity to do your job. Defense, contain and frustrate. I'm going to be vague here. Contain Austin Jackson. Josh Allen. Contain the receivers, contain the running game, contain that offense in totality. Contain and frustrate. Number 2, be dominant. Be dominant consistently, be dominant often, and get your goddamn sacks. I'm tired of having to see Josh Allen in that ugly ass powder blue running up and down that field. It's time. Dominance. I need dominance. And number 3 is to finish. Overall, finish the game strong. There's going to be adjustments. There's going to be things that they do differently. We need to adjust, and we still need to be dominant. That's what I need. That's what we need. This fan base needs this. Let's set the tone tomorrow at 7 p.m. Now is the time. Those are my 3 for each. I know I gave 6.
Isn't it 8:25?
I was wondering, like, I was like, did he say 1, 2, 3, and then he went 1, 2, 3 again?
6?
Yes.
I thought he was going
Yes.
6. I thought he was
And
going
listen,
1.
Chad, if you know, you know. I was made to believe we are in the DeLorean. Today is supposed to be the game, so we are giving 3 to 3.
You're right.
If you know, you know.
You're right. Let me ask you guys a question. Who's your X factor?
Okay, I'll go first. My X factor, I'm gonna say Cater, because again, I think Cater is gonna be the guy that needs to contain Shakir when his opportunity at slot. Because I feel like guys like him, Shakir, they want to take advantage of the slot because sometimes they feel the slot cornerback can't take advantage of the quickness and all that stuff. So when he's there, I need Cater to man him up and contain and frustrate Shakir. Though that's my X factor on defense, specifically defense.
What you got, Chad?
Jordan Brooks. I think this is a game in which the linebacking core needs to be at its optimal peak performance. The second level of this defense, whether it be containing the tight ends, the running game, Josh Allen, like that, we need Brooks. And I wouldn't want to double dip with him and David Long, but really in the entirety. But I'm going to go with Jordan Brooks. I think he can be a guy who he can make impact in both in the passing game and in the run game. This game against the Buffalo Bills, so he's going to be my X factor. He's a big addition, leadership, the ferocity, the athletic ability. I think that's all going to show up on Thursday night.
I mean, word to the Bills, he was overrated. He should have never been overdrafted by the Seahawks or something like that. But my X factor, believe it or not, it's going to be Jeff Wilson, and he changed the course of the game when he played last against the Jaguars. I often wonder why some guys stick around this specific roster, the Duke Rileys, the Jeff Wilsons, and it's because they're team guys. And whenever they make a play, it's like times 10. The moment Jeff Wilson got that run, that whole offense said, "What? Super Saiyan. Let's go, Super Saiyan. Let's go." It was different. So I want to see Jeff Wilson. I think Jeff Wilson, this is a Jeff Wilson game. I think this is a great game that he dominates he has 100 all-purpose yards in it. They're meaningful. That's my X factor.
Yeah, I was really close to picking him as my guy.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say.
I was going to. I was going to.
I swear to God, I was waiting. That's why when I go ahead, Chad, I'm like.
No, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did though, so I didn't have to. So we still got him on the board because I think, for sure, him too.
He's gonna have to lead that that running back room, and I think Jalen Wright seems like he'll probably be a contributor. So
I just don't know what that looks like.
Right, exactly.
Five runs. Is it an end around and then that's
I know it's going to be explosive. I know it's going to be explosive. I know that for a fact. I said this earlier. It's going to be a youngin game, like the chops, the Camaros, the youngins. They're going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even Achon. He mild. What is it? Mild high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
No, they're going to show out. The youngins are going to show out. I promise you, the youngins are going to show out. look, like I told you, I didn't want Chop to be out there spying because he's gonna get a sack.
Agreed. Yeah.
First sack.
And that's another thing with Chop. I'm interested as well to see what they do. Someone mentioned, I forgot who. They don't know if he's gonna be. I know you spoke about it, Wally, and I think you're right that he's probably not going to be out there too much because they want to make sure you have gap integrity, your lane integrity, because we all know Josh Allen, when he sees a lane, he's going to go. So we need to make sure that we got guys there. I don't know if you guys agree. Like, what do you think Chop, what he does in this game?
Well, here's the thing, right? If you're rushing from the edge, then you need to kind of, you don't want to get too far up the field. There's a bunch of different things, responsibilities, your keys and everything that you need to read and all that stuff. But if you have him just attacking, whether it be in the middle as an extra blitzer or whatever, I think that's a position in which I don't know if all of the same rules and things necessarily apply in that situation. I think we just need him to be disruptive. So for me, what I would have him do is to be a player that we thought we were getting when we drafted him, and be that piece that can kind of move around a little bit. And I'd have him rush in the A gap and B gap and just go get him and just cause that disruption. Because I don't know if I want him to be on the edge trying to set the edge.
I was about to say that I don't want him at the edge. I think that if, like, let's say it's a obvious passing down, he might be subjected to like fall for a screenplay fall for the okie doke because he's so keen on making a big play off the edge that I'd rather him have you remember that Jerome Baker 10 sack season, that role he played, he was blitzing from those angles. I would love to see that this game, because I think Chop could take way more advantage than Jerome Baker did, and that doesn't expose him as much to the.
It wasn't quite 10. Wasn't quite 10 sacks.
What it was like 7,
like 6 or 7, something like that.
My fault.
It's 7. Trust me.
No, but it was a good
ambassador of Jerome Baker. It was 7. That was the most.
Whatever, bro. Like the 6 sack season, his best season was getting to the quarterback that way.
Right.
So I see a path where Chop Robinson could elevate that role for this game.
Do you see him? Because I've seen a play where Agba stunts inside, and then as Trevor Lawrence tried to run, Agba was right there to just attack him. So do you see something like that where if they know that Josh Allen wants to run the ball, that they'll do that? I don't know. That's easier said than done, but
I don't want like Chad was alluding to earlier. If you're gonna do the cross, the stunts, always make sure he's the inside guy at all costs. Because a gap integrity, listen, Agba is amazing at that. Mm-hmm. I don't like Agba, but he keeps his gap. True to his gap, Agba is. You've seen what he did. You've seen the highlights. So I would rather have the experience over the flashiness. And that's just I think this might be a big Calais Campbell game.
I think so too. I think he's gonna
Steeler, Calais, the boys in the middle,
You can't double team them. You really can't. You if you double Steeler, Calais Campbell, the least he could do is to disrupt your passing lanes.
And their weakness, right? Well, according to when I was into their Locked On Bills, their right guard, the kid from Florida, he was one of the weakest.
Torrance.
Yeah, so I don't know how he would moving forward, but that's someone we can kind of attack, if anything, to kind of in the interior part of it. I believe.
We have better defensive tackles than the Cardinals. That's
right.
For sure.
Yeah,
they have nothing on their defensive line.
They just play well.
Zayvon Collins, is that it? That's all they have on their defense. The Cardinals don't have much.
I mean, Spencer Brown kind of took him out. Like he kind of like it was a wrap for
man, I don't like Spencer Brown. But look, how about I was watching ESPN and we were talking. It's alluding to what we were talking about the middle of the field, how the Bills are subjected to that, and how they use two single safeties on top. But Micah Hyde and Poyer gone, so now your safety might be playing nickel. So how do we attack the middle of the field when Mechanic also showed us the little R22 of like the middle of the field. Even if they try with Braxton Berrios, bro, it is there. It is so there's in the end zone, red zone, everywhere. I want to attack that. I really do, but we gotta establish the run.
Yeah,
First play handoff, straight zone. Don't get no straight. I mean, like off of T-Stead, off of whoever you, off the right side, whatever you want to do, but let them know you here to knock some teeth out, man.
Facts. And listen, man.
Kingo game.
Yeah. It's boy. Guys, we talked about it. We talked to a bunch of different good content creators. Shout out to Nate, Gary. Shout out to Whittle. Thank you for coming in and talking to us about ball. We talked to a bunch of Bills fans. We've been in spaces. But now is the time. Tomorrow is going to be the day. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Score predictions. I mean,
let's do it.
Game, so let's go into what you got, Chad.
Might as well. Right?
This is a season defining moment. Week 2. I know it's early. I know there's a lot more games to be played, and regardless of whether we win or lose this game, we're still going to take care of business the next 15, 16 weeks or whatever, right? But this is a team that's had your number. This is a team that's in your way of establishing what I think needs to be our ultimate priority, establishing home field advantage, winning the division, having a chance to host a home playoff game. I think that'd be huge for the Miami Dolphins. In the history of the Miami Dolphins, we've always done our best when we've been at home in the playoffs. Historically, throughout the beginning of time, we need home field advantage. With home field advantage, when we won the Super Bowl, undefeated. You know what I mean? When Dan Marino made his run, well, look at what the records were in those seasons in which we had our best seasons. You know what I mean? Like it has to run through us in order for us to make it work. And in order to make that happen, we got to take care of business within the conference and within the division. And I think beating Buffalo, knowing that we can beat the Jets and beat the Patriots, in my mind, beating this game to me puts us in a position where we can win 5 to 6 games in the division. You know what I mean? And at that point, you take care of a business here and there, and you're good. 12, 13 wins is right there for you. So if that's the goal and that's what we're trying to accomplish, to me, it starts this week. It started last week. But we passed last week.
we passed that with a.
So it starts this week. It starts with Buffalo. It starts with Buffalo. I'm going Dolphins 27-20.
That's a good score prediction. I ain't gonna lie. I like that one. Wally, what you got?
You know what, man? I'm going 17-24, dog. 17-27 up. We're gonna win by 10. We're gonna be up by 7. Josh Allen gonna do Josh Allen things, ain't gonna throw a pick, and then Jason Sanders gonna sit again, and then victory formation. We're gonna be elatic, going crazy because it's our turn, dog. I'm tired of this, bro. This is the, like Chad said, it's a season defining moment. You win this right now, dog. Ain't nobody. You don't see nobody. Who do you got? Who do you got to see? You don't got to see nobody. You really don't. You really don't. You're not playing the Ravens or whatnot and the Chiefs. So it's out to the playoffs. So you have to be the big bad Wolves. So when you go up top and you beat them again, you beat 2 narratives. You got your man pride back. You got your division back, and you beat the cold odds. Talk to them. Come on, man. Ain't no way. You can't do that with a split. You can't split. You got to go 2-0. You got to get a 2-for. I want a 2-for.
Listen, guys, I want to say first and foremost, appreciate y'all for coming through and hanging out with us as we talk ball. You've been in our spaces. You hear our content. You hear the passion, the love for this team. This is the games that we love to see and talk about each and every day about the fans, especially during the season. as I sit here and listen to Chad and Wally and all the inside leverage and the fan base, you know the fire I have in me. You know what I'm saying? The fire I have in me to beat the Bills so bad. Guys, I feel like this is gonna be a close game. I feel like and don't hate me on the score. Just look at the vision of how we do it. Tied game. It's up to us, the offense, to be bullies once again, to go down the field and get to a certain spot for our boy, Jason Sanders, to kick the winning field goal. 27-24 Dolphins.
This guy really, you really went with Jason Sanders, dog.
Let's go, baby.
You really went with Jason Sanders. You're a traitor. You're a turncoat. You're a turncoat. You and Chad have both left home.
Listen,
I'm by myself. It's cool. It's cool.
It's a sublime story. Can you imagine
both
the
of y'all
media?
Turncoats. Both of y'all, Jason Sanders, guy.
I'm of the similar mindset. I think it's 2020. We go down. Tua leads the touchdown drive to win the game. We win 27-20. I'm of the same mindset. I think it'll be a close game.
In that scenario, in that scenario, it'll be, to me, my perspective, it'll probably be 17-20. That'll be
bro.
If you guys are talking about that a field goal, think about it: 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what you get with us if it's not a shootout.
I don't care if it's 1-0.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? If we're gonna be real, just get the dub. You know what I mean? But I could see this being a dogfight. I could see Buffalo being right there, and then I think in the end, we will finally make the plays necessary to win the fucking ball game.
That's right.
But I also feel like this could be one of those games where like you just dismantle them. Like you just it's haymaker after haymaker. Oh, well, you thought it was over. Here you go. Here's some more. Like all your frustrations, like I said, bro, like it's 1-8. If this man has touch, you're 0-9, bro. You really have nothing. Yeah. So dog, we gotta. I wish, bro. I don't believe in y'all. Y'all know me, bro. But if there's something of a higher being, a higher power in sports, they got to look out for the boys tomorrow so we can do this thing. You feel me? Because enough is enough, man. Let me get it 34-7, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Something.
Let me try to hit up. Hey, yo. Y'all was crazy, Nate. Y'all was crazy. But it is what it is. We're going to beat them boys, man.
All right, y'all boys. It's been a pleasure. You guys, please follow each and every one of us. Follow the Inside Leverage. Follow 5 Reasons. And please make sure you look at the merch, man. I'm telling you some fire stuff.
Listen, fire stuff is out. You might see us tomorrow with a celebratory live space after the game, dog. You feel me? And it might not be inebriated, dog.
Absolutely. And look out for on this Friday we're bringing back playback. So be on the lookout for our playback this Friday. And whatever content else
we have a special guest. We have a special guest on Friday too.
Right, absolutely. Post-game reaction spaces, and all that good stuff. I'm sure Cell gonna have the bar open tomorrow before the game, so everybody come through. Politic. Let's get right before this game. Let's get our mindset right, so we can go into this game focused. It's the mindset. Beat Buffalo. Kill the narrative.
Let's go.
Destroy all narratives this season. We killing narratives all season long. Whether it's cold, the road, Buffalo, playoff wins, all those narratives, they die this season.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Hey, Wally, man, take us home, man.
Man, with that being said, man, fins for the win, baby. Fins for the win. Fins for the win. And get your popcorn ready because we gonna put a show out tomorrow, man. Everybody put on, man. We gonna be out there. Get your best Dolphin gear on. If you at the game, show out. If you home, show out. Let these fans feel you. Listen, whatever you believe on, let these players feel you out there for them, man. Because we got to beat these boys, man. They in our city too. They're gonna be in our airports. They're gonna be talking to our people with their chest bumping out and stuff like that. Talking about we came on vacation twice. Nah, dog. Nah, none of that. I want to see y'all crying in that airplane, cuz.
Also, shout out to Prize Picks, man. Now legal in the state of Florida. Use code 5. $5 play get you $50. No strings attached. Easy peasy. You know what I mean? I think it's one of the best deals in town, man. Go make you a play. Put $5 in the account. You're gonna get 50. Like, that's it. It's free money. Go get that.
Bet on the Dolphins. Bet on the Dolphins.
Hey, listen,
Bet on the
man.
Dolphins win,
listen,
baby.
we gonna have a play. We're gonna drop tomorrow. We're gonna see what we're gonna put together. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to tell us, y'all want to fade us, you know what I mean? Let's go, man. Let's get this Prize Picks money, man. Shout out to Prize Picks.
Appreciate y'all once again. You guys have a good night. Fans for the win.